Welcome everyone to Apple Insider. This is Andrew here, and I am so excited to show off the new Hue Play Gradient Lightstrip. A lightstrip that is for your TV, and unlike really anything else on the market. It is vastly different from Hue's other lightstrips in that it comes in predetermined sizes meant for your TV. Choose your TV size, such as 65-inch in my case, and you're good to go. It'll work in between other sizes, and there are several different sizes available, but this is really designed just for your TV rather than being mounted anywhere else like the other Hue light strips. We're going to show off how it works with our TV, we're going to show you how it works with HomeKit, and we're going to show you how it works with the Hue Sync Box, which is really key to making this thing realize its full potential. So inside the box, you're going to get everything that you need to get going, including several different mounts. You're going to need all 5 of these mounts to affix your Hue Gradient Lightstrip to your television set. You have 2 corners and then 2 or 3 straightaway pieces. You pretty much arrange them how you would imagine, and making sure that the larger portion is facing the center, as is the case that I put the 2 on the sides backwards here, because then it would block the light from going outwards. But you're going to mount your light strip into these on the rear of your TV, and then it's going to broadcast that light out at a 45-degree angle, which is the ideal angle for the light on the back of your television. So let's go ahead and take a look at the light strip itself. As I mentioned, this cannot be trimmed. It comes in predetermined sizes, and you can see it doesn't really look like any of the other light strips that you may have seen. It is very rubbery. It's basically a silicone body, it seems, with the cable on one side. The cable also comes out at that right angle, that 90-degree angle, so that way it is facing into the TV and it doesn't stick out the side or go down towards the bottom. So they really thought through a lot of the little details here. The cable, again, it feels very rubbery and very flexible, which is key to making sure that it fits along the back of your television well. On one side, or not really one side, but in one spot, you can see the center line has been marked with this little triangle. Makes it a little bit easier to set up because you can go ahead and line the center first, then you work your way down the corners and down the sides. The big difference here between this and other light strips is it has 5 addressable zones. Different zones means you can have different colors all at the same time. So instead of just a light strip being all red or blue or white, it can be 5 different colors at once. And that is really the key here, and why Hue is making this new technology available for the first time behind your television set, because it's going to go well with that Hue Sync Box to change the color all around your TV to different colors at the same time. And it is a very, very cool effect. Everything, again, has been so well thought out, including these mounts, which makes it easy to attach your cable, your light strip to these, as well as remove them, even going around the corners here. Because of that 90-degree angle, that right angle, it makes it very easy to kind of lock into place. It's just so flexible and really easily attaches to the back of the TV. They did such a good job here. Now, we have seen other multi-zone cables or multi-zone light strips such as that from LifeX, but this is still different, and the way that it syncs up with the HDMI Sync Box makes it completely different than anything that we've got to test. So here I've got my Sony TV, I've got HomeKit, everything fun on here, and of course I needed to upgrade from my little play bars to the new Hue Gradient Lightstrip. So we have the corner pieces, which I wanted to show you these because my TV has this kind of beveled back, and of course Signify has thought of this, and the corner pieces actually bend and flex around that angle there, around that line, so it's able to still make a good connection with the back of your TV, stay on solid, and it's not going to come off, though they do pull off if you do need to remove these down the line. You're upgrading to a different TV or something, just go ahead and replace that adhesive on the back, and boom, you are good to go. So I started mine, I put the center one in first, and then I put in the corners, I put on the light strip, and then I measured kind of down to where that light strip would end, and then I attached those bottom 2 straightaway pieces and just pushed my cable right into place, or my light strip right into place. Going over to the other side, I have the power cable. I'm going to go ahead and connect my light strip to that little power box there, and that little box actually has adhesive on the back of it too, so you can mount that towards the center of your TV and then run your cables down the back much more cleanly than I have in that previous shot. With the cable all connected, all that is left is to go ahead and jump into the Hue app to add this light. It is added just like any other light. It just gets identified and added to your Hue setup over Zigbee, and then you can go ahead and assign it to an entertainment zone because this is intended to be used with that HDMI Sync Box. We're going to go ahead and add it to our entertainment Entertainment Area 1, choosing those lights, replacing my play lights that I had before. Then we can run a little test to make sure everything is operating correctly, which it of course is. Now we have already done a review of the Hue HDMI Sync Box. Basically, it is a small box. You're going to pass all of your cables through it, your HDMI cables. It's going to analyze that signal and then change the light around your TV to mimic what is on screen. It is an incredible effect, and you can customize it further using the Hue Sync app. You can choose what kind of content you're watching. Is it a game? Is it just music with a visualizer? Or is it a movie or TV? Then you can change the intensity, the frequency kind of that it's refreshing, and then the brightness there. So you can make this a little bit more subtle or a little bit more in your face depending on your preference. Now we've been fans of this for some time, but there were some small downsides to it, and the new Hue Gradient light strips has some downsides of its own. For example, from the Hue app, the regular app, you can only set one light at a time. You can't choose multiple different colors at the same time. And the same goes for HomeKit. When you add this to HomeKit, which it's added automatically if you have the Hue bridge, it just shows up in HomeKit like any other light strip. Choose the room, include in favorites, choose any automations that you would like to do, any rules or triggers, anything like that. Change the color, temperature, brightness, everything that you can do with any other light. But again, only one light at a time. I can make the whole light blue or red or green, purple, turn it down, turn it up, change the temperature of the light, anything like that. But I can again only do one color at a time. Signify, the creator of the Philips Hue lights, says they are looking to expand this functionality to be able to do more, but right now it is limited, and the only way to get that beautiful gradient effect is to use that Hue HDMI Sync Box with your content. Here are just some examples. Of course, we're watching some Apple Arcade demo videos due to fun licensing rights if we tried to show you any TV or movies or anything like that. It does work with games too, which is pretty awesome, but with that Samurai Jack effect there, starting in the center, kind of moving out towards the edges, this is such a big step up than what we saw before. It is faster and more responsive, especially since it is one light rather than multiple lights here, and it just gives an overall incredible effect to your TV. We love this. This is such a big step forward for the Hue HDMI Sync Box and syncing your TV content with those lights. The only downside that we have is the fact that you can't set multiple lights at once through even the Hue app. I understand HomeKit, but not even the Hue app is such a big limitation. I am sure Hue is going to fix this down the line. It is inevitable, and I cannot wait for this multicolor technology to come to other Hue lights, like candle bulbs or large pendant lights. I just cannot wait to see what they've got coming. Grab yours at the link down below in the description.